is, and see now I have to press the go live button. Now we're live. That's what it says. No, I'm not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? That's crazy. Y'all out here lying on my name, bro. What the fuck, bro? I'm literally also wearing headphones, bro. What the fuck?
It looks like the headphones characters will have. You know what I mean? Like, tell me, these headphones don't look like the ones that a cartoon character would have.
Nigga said you look goofy. No, I'm stop. That's
No,
inspiration.
oh my god.
No, stop.
Goofy's not the only cartoon character. He can look like Barney too. No, well, Barney would also be goofy. That's why I went to him. But anyways, how y'all been doing, bros?
Oh man, I woke up this morning. Praise the Lord. That's all it means.
Yeah, yeah. I woke up this
Yeah,
morning. Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
no, same. Woke up this morning. I did what I was assigned to do for the day. I
Yeah.
think I really, was able to complete that task effectively. And now we're here, and I'm about to do something else effectively. So let's go. Let's
What the
get
fuck does
into
that
it.
even mean, bro? Sound like you about to box us, bro. Sounds like you about to square. He's like, yeah, I'm about to throw these hands, like.
Thanks.
Do something else effectively. But yeah, man, I didn't wake up this morning. I'm dead. What was I gonna say? Something.
You
Oh,
went through it.
you guys saw what happened with Hassan recently?
um,
The streamer?
I did see what happened with that nigga.
I'm about to keep up with that man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, man. I only know about it because Avon Preach covered it. I don't like that.
I
'Cause
like
Didn't you guys say he says like 90% bullshit and like
Yes.
the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
ten
yeah,
percent
but that's
be
not what we talking about
No,
today.
there is
okay?
nothing Hassan says. I think that I've ever thought was like genuine or legitimate. Like every word out of that man's mouth, I've thought was stupid. Like
Except
I
when he was cooking Tate. Was he cooking? Yeah, he was cooking Tate in
okay,
that
yeah,
video.
right. When he was
Yeah, he was
arguing,
frying him.
there you go. When he argued with Andrew Tate, he did a good job. I can't. I'm going to give the man his credit there. But Andrew Tate, come on, man, come on.
Nah, that's
Like,
not a hard man to fry. He got confidence when he speak.
he's
He
he,
exudes
he
passion. You feel me?
he's confident, but he's not like great debate opponent or anything. You got Hassan has experience. This is what he does for a fucking living. He's a debate me bro. So it's like this is all he fucking does. So of course he was gonna fry that motherfucker. The only reason Andrew Tate was winning against people was because he would enter conversations with a bunch of betas who don't have any confidence at all. And their whole thing is that they're spastic weirdos who be on the internet, right? That's their thing. I don't mean to be an asshole, but that's just their thing. You saw XQC, like that's not the epitome of masculinity there. So of course you're gonna, if you can speak very confidently and you have passion, you're gonna run circles around some guy like that. Like it's gonna be real easy. And I told you already when I was watching the debate, nothing Andrew Tate said was even like a great argument or anything. He would just say something very generic and obvious, but he would say it with flair, and XQC would misunderstand what he said and then say something stupid. Or sometimes XQC had good points, but because he's and stuttering, he would
Yeah.
fucking ruin it.
Debating with someone that could barely speak, I mean, that doesn't, it's
Exactly.
not
So
really
I
that difficult.
exactly. So I don't think it would be very hard. I'm pretty sure if I got into an argument with Andrew Tate, I could easily like fucking win. Like it probably would not be that hard. Like
Yeah,
it probably would be that hard.
that's arguable.
No, I do not think it'd be hard at all. Because I mean, like anything he would say to me, I could. One, I know I pretty feel that. One, I probably know a lot more about the things he's pretending to know about than he does. Or I don't want to act like he's a fraud, but it's like I've been reading about this kind of stuff since I was like fucking 12 years old. So it's like, even if you wanted to argue with me about the red pill stuff, I'd probably know more about it.
You've been waiting to come in contact with someone like that. You've been waiting for it. You've been
Oh,
studying.
I have. I've met people like that in real life, and I will tell them what they believe is stupid sometimes. Like unless they say things that actually are true. Like a guy like Emilio, a lot of things he will say, like our boy, he'll say things that make sense. So it's like a lot of time I don't have any reason to disagree with him.
But does it make sense because he's your boy?
No, the things he says for the most part I agree with. There are very few things he says. Like usually it's like individual cases. Like I remember one time when I was standing at the bar and he was trying to convince me that the girl who was next to me was there to get my attention or some shit. I was like, nah, Emilio, bro. She was just trying to get her drink. Bitch didn't even notice me, bro.
He's trying to be your wingman, man.
Yeah. No, he was saying you have a lot to learn. I was like, Emilio, nah. Like I will accept other
Got
than with
lots of
this.
young. Got
I was
lots
like,
of
bro,
young
the
Padawan.
woman just
Oh
here
my god,
over me, didn't even notice me.
that's
It's
crazy.
okay.
That's insane.
But yeah. But I feel like Ray could beat him in a debate. Like I don't think it'd be very hard.
Damn, you said it like, damn, that nigga Ray is stupid, but
I mean,
Yeah.
he could do it.
you are
God,
stupid.
I'm trying to say you're a low level debater, like.
Well, I mean, I don't
man,
think I'm not gonna say Ray's an expert debater or
I'm not
anything.
an expert debater. I can
Yeah.
make sense,
Mm.
but if you want to like take it to the like the debate team, nah, I'd lose. I'd lose.
Cause you're not trying to like that's not your character. Like you
I'm
don't
not
want
out
to.
here trying to
You
get
feel
those
me?
points, you know.
You're not trying to go all out. Like you just like at a certain point, if you don't see what I'm, you feel me? You don't see what I'm seeing. Like
Yeah,
what are
I'm
we
just gonna be
talking
like, you know
about?
what, bro? It's okay. It's alright.
What are we
It's
doing?
alright. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. I don't even enjoy the
It
act
be
of
feeling
debating.
goofy to you, right? Debate.
Yeah, like, cause I'm just like, yo, what am I wasting my time trying to convince this other grown man or anything
I'm
for?
not getting paid to argue. Like
Like,
I'm not getting
yeah,
paid
like
for
if I
this.
was getting paid, that might be different. So like, yeah, shout
Yeah,
out to
it's like
those niggas out here getting paid for this shit. But
it
I'm
is
not
what
gonna sit on the streets trying to convince some random passerby, hey, bro, you should like sell all your assets and go into crypto. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, fuck.
that's what I was trying to tell you guys. That's why debates are usually worthless. They're a waste of time because it's a spectator sport. A debate is not a way to get someone to agree with you on something. It's not. It's not how that works. Like, it's combat. It's like it's verbal and
Yeah,
mental.
but you can have intellectual debates though. That
You're
are
not really
yeah.
debating, you
You
know.
can have
Like if you're just
discussions.
having,
Like if I'm trying to like make you see something and understand the thing, I'm discussing it with you, right? Like say
yeah,
you just don't understand this topic I'm talking about. That's not a debate, you know. Like, it's a discussion.
or
I
you
am
can kind of
trying to
disagree.
tell you and like help you understand this
Yeah.
concept.
You can disagree over the course of a discussion, but it's not going to have the same tone or energy as a debate. But anyways, the reason I mentioned Hassan and we went on that whole tangent about Andrew Tate is because he got accused of dating some 17-year-old when he was like what 24
24.
was it?
But that was a lie.
Yeah, it turned out it wasn't true. Like so apparently the girl was
Like that was
19.
just straight up a lie. He
Who
was
who
dating
who,
some.
re- who reported that though? Who reported that?
So here's the story. Some young streamer. I don't know her name. Falsely
Lav.
accused. What's her name?
Her name is Lav.
Lav. So this girl named Lav, she's a up and coming streamer, but she's like on other social medias.
Yeah.
She's just been out here accusing people of basically like rape and sexual assault, just like shooting these things off, shooting these allegations off.
You got a large follower?
I don't know. I don't know anything
Mm.
about her because I just like found out about
Mm.
this today, right? So what happened was she was like, "Yeah, I got a nuke that would destroy Hassan's career. I got a nuke," and then she came out and was like, "Yeah, Hassan was dating some 17-year-old girl when he was 24," and then she backtracked and was like, "Actually, she was 19. It wasn't even that bad. It wasn't illegal." Like she like reiterated like several times that it wasn't illegal, and that the reason that the other person isn't even gonna come forward is because she doesn't care, and
Why she switched up though? Because she was getting backlash.
Yes.
because it was false, because it was
Well,
false. It was
Mm.
just not true, and
People
and you know
people
Hassan was like, "The fuck, the fuck is this shit?"
Hassan was, but the thing that pissed me off about it is Hassan will give someone. If I was 24 and I was dating a 19-year-old, Hassan would probably give me shit for it. He would go on
Hassan
and
would
on.
100% use that against you and
Yeah,
come at some sort of like, especially if you were a larger than life personality, he would use it to defame you. He'd be like, "Oh, this man's a piece of shit."
and here he is trying to defend himself for it. He's like, oh yeah, she was 19, like whatever. Jesus Christ.
And I'm not even sitting
Yeah,
here saying nothing about people who do that shit, but it's just like, Man's a hypocrite. Man's a hypocrite. But that's not the point. The point is, chick lied, and this isn't even the first time she lied. Actually, apparently she's been caught lying.
So you think she should face some kind of consequences?
Bro, she's
Beyond,
really out here just lying and bro. Because
is that what her entire channel is built on? That lies.
Like imagine it went further than it did. Like this man is being accused of like dating some 17-year-old girl. Like you got in trouble for that. You get in trouble for shit like that, bro.
That's defamation of character.
Yeah.
There's no evidence that he'd be fine. His career would be ruined, but he would not be in jail or anything.
Unless there was some evidence
that he spoke to him. But there wouldn't be because, according to him, he didn't do it.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like I'm just saying, like you, like this is some. That's a lot of shit that you would need to do to, like just to prove that it was a lie. You got to do all these like jumping through hoops and do all this shit.
It ruined his career. I'm saying there'd be no legal repercussions. It would just ruin his career. Yeah,
I'm just saying, like the fact that it was brought up and it was a statement, and if they did go forward with it, and people did jump on the bandwagon, even if he could prove it was true, like it wasn't true. I mean, even if he could prove it wasn't true, that's just a lot of hoops that he has to jump through, and like you're right, it would ruin his career.
Yeah,
people would look at him sideways.
So what was that? Well, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because that's some current news, some stuff that happened. Don't want to detract too much from what we really want to talk about. We came here to discuss today. But anyways, one more thing though. What was that thing you wanted to show us, EJ? I don't know if you could pull that up, Ray. We can check that out.
Yeah. Before you pull it up, I was just gonna explain the reason why. I thought it'd be interesting to talk about, not without revealing what he said. But I just thought, even though we talked about marriage and long-term relationships previously, I feel like he brought a new perspective to that conversation that I haven't heard. I mean, it's probably been brought up before, but just something that I thought was a little bit different that we could look at. So,
yeah, let me pull it up.
So what timestamp you want me to start?
I would say like around the 4-minute mark, and then play like 2 minutes of it.
4? Like at 4 minutes?
Yeah, you could do like 4 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna skip to 4 minutes. I'm press play. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, tab's muted.
Insurance, and I don't expect to be in no accident.
But just in case,
I want to be covered. So if this don't work out,
why was marriage so bad for Quake?
Wrong woman. That didn't.
You don't believe you could have done anything differently?
Yeah, picked another woman.
Man, go ahead and wait. They were talking about Quake.
No, I mean, just because she wasn't right for me and she didn't love me don't make her a bad woman.
Right.
She's a great woman. She just ain't my woman. She doesn't share the views that I have. You know when a woman loves you.
Right.
And she didn't love me. That's why I didn't understand where the anger came from. The anger should have never been. I just foiled the plot. I see you.
Has there been a situation where you got married to this lady, okay, you realize, okay, she's not the one, but is there one that got away?
No.
Because I've been in that situation. I've been in the situation, I've had a great woman, and I effed it up. Okay. It was me.
Right.
And as I told her, the mind replays what the heart can't delete.
True.
I realize, Quake, when you in a situation.
We talked about this at the Sky Bar.
Yeah.
When I see you for the last time, we talked about that at the Sky Bar. Yeah.
And I'm like, Quake, a lot of times when you in a situation, you don't realize how good that situation is because you're there. But now when you remove from that situation, you're like, damn, man, I really messed this up.
Yeah. I've never been that fortunate. I've never been fortunate to the point that a woman has ever completely gave herself to me.
Have you allowed yourself to be vulnerable? You can't have love without being vulnerable. That's what I've had to learn. Being in therapy for the last years is that me, I got like, because I'm afraid, damn, I worked so hard for this to make sure my family, my kids are taken care of, and damn, somebody might come in there and pretend like they love me and take my stuff.
Right.
So I've kind of like Heisman posed a lot of people, but I've got to, in order for me to fully I've got to let go.
And I agree with you. I'm the hardest to deal with from a woman's point of view on that. But I also believe, and it's a prime example with the woman I'm with now, if she's truly the right one, it ain't a problem. She'll go through all the obstacle, man-made obstacle, distraction I put of the hurt of being insecure like you is. A real woman that believes in you will look through that. I don't care about that. I'm here, and eventually you'll be here.
Right.
I'm gonna break down all the rest of that, and I'm here for the long one. I just believe if she's the right one, you will. I have never ever had a woman go all out for me on it. You hear dudes all the time. It's a chick in the bushes want to see me, and she sitting down here keep calling me. When I break up with a woman, boy, they go straight to the checkout line. 10 items less. This what I came up on, and I'm up out of here. I'm like, goddamn, I can't get no crime, baby. Don't leave me or nothing. Checkout time. This motherfucker, the jig is up. All right, come on, we'll take it. And that's why I say take everything you came up off, and we'll be cool.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe.
All right, so
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
What do you want to talk about, B?
Man,
Well, what did you guys think first, and then I'll pose a
you know
question.
what? There's this man. That shit when Shannon, man. That man, when he started talking about the fucking, have you ever been vulnerable and the therapy thing, I was like, oh man, that's why you don't go to therapy. They have me believing all sorts of stupid, goofy shit, man. Those therapy people will ruin your fucking life in 5 seconds. Have you do some dumb shit. They're like,
So therapy is not a good choice. It's not a healthy choice.
Man. You gotta be very careful. Because those therapists will convince you of some dumb shit. They'll be like, you gotta be more spontaneous, and then you fucking ruin your life based on some dumbass.
These is licensed professionals, man. You coming at the craft?
All right, time out. While I don't fully agree with what Gio said, I'm not gonna let you sit here and be like, just because niggas got licenses and shit, that means they know exactly what they talking about. Because we both went through academia, and we both know niggas is on check getting their degree. So
yes.
So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that every single licensed professional is on the up and up.
That's a lot of years of school to be a therapist, though. I don't know. That ain't no regular degree. But go ahead.
The field of psychology in general, I have a lot of problems with. Like, there are some parts of psychology I believe are interesting and true. Neuroscience is where it's at for action, but psychology is a little more esoteric. Like, there's a lot of things in psychology that don't make any sense. Like, hypnotherapy has a lot of controversy surrounding it, and there's some psychologists who use that, and other psychologists who admit that hypnotherapy is fucking dumb and you should not submit yourself to it. But anyways, what are you saying about the vulnerability thing? It's like, no, you can't just be vulnerable. Someone has to prove to themselves that you can be vulnerable to them. You don't just open up your fucking self and hope for the best. That is a terrible strategy. Well,
I don't even think he was saying
He didn't say that. He didn't even say that.
No,
he didn't even say that.
But he said, have you ever been vulnerable? Blah, 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 right? What I'm trying to say is, like, love is not entirely about vulnerability. Love is about no, he said, look, he said, what did I think, man? Shut the fuck up and let me talk. Jesus Christ. I'm talking about the entire clip as a whole. I don't know. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, right, love. So when he's saying that love is like, in order to experience love, you have to be vulnerable. Love is about a lot more than vulnerability. People always touch on that one part. It's about being vulnerable. That's probably the smallest part of it. The vulnerability part comes later. Love is about trust and systems and, and obligation. That's a huge part of it. Duty. Those things come first. And then as those things are like set in place and you have the building blocks, then you can be vulnerable. And even then, you're not completely sure you can do it. Like, you can be vulnerable with this person after they've developed all that trust and, like, proof of concept. And then some crazy shit happens. They meet somebody new and they fucking cheat on you, or you just stop loving them. Like, a lot of crazy shit can happen. Now, to the other guy's point, what he was saying, right, when he was talking about how, like he's never experienced, like, when he was saying a woman will deal with you, I feel like he has a point, right? Like, a lot of the time, if a woman really, truly believes that there's worth within you, she will put up with a lot and try to get to that deeper side of you, because a large part of relationships, I believe, is it's about taming the beast almost. Like women view relationships as like a Beauty and the Beast scenario or like 50 Shades of Grey. They're trying to tame you. They're trying to bring you, like civilize you and bring you from the wilds. That's how they view it. So they'll sit there and put up with a lot. And even on their end, that could be dangerous because then it could really meet a toxic psychopath and spend too much of their life trying to tame this guy. So that was my whole take on the thing. That was the way I saw it.
All right, how you felt about it?
Well, that nigga down there can't see for shit. No, no, stop. Anyway, when they were both bald, weren't they? Huh? Ah, damn.
No, they weren't. Shannon has hair. He's the
he got
one with the holding the card.
Shannon's
yeah.
big as
Earth,
every time I look at videos, that man is huge, bro.
Earthquake was the one with the shades.
Real low, like real low cut. So I thought he was bald. But the second guy, I don't know his name.
Earthquake.
You know his name?
Earthquake, yeah.
Earthquake.
Yeah, comedian.
I feel for him because like I definitely have had people like care for me, and then people who like cared for me, like, and that first one, that shit sucks, bro. Where like you think that they're down for you, and then you like realize like this bitch ain't shit. And it's not even just women. It's like, you know, it's like even friends where you're just like, damn, like they ain't the homie, like they're not the real one. Like that really sucks. And then like you hear stories about like he was talking about how he's like, yeah, when other people like go through like the loss, it's like, oh, it's like these fucking like extravagant events, and it's like, damn, couldn't be me though, right? It's like that shit sucks. That shit sucks. What Shannon was talking about being vulnerable and whatever, to a certain extent, I do agree. Like you can't just be vulnerable for nobody, for everybody, right? Don't do that. Don't just be a bleeding heart, because people gonna walk all over you. That's crazy. Don't do that. But you also can't be super stoic and like keep everything all in. Like you're gonna have to like reveal some parts of yourself. What parts of yourself you reveal, that's gonna be up to you and how you feel and deal with it in a relationship. Because I don't even think you need to like give up everything, even if you are in a very like loving relationship. Like there's some things you can keep to yourself, because you know you don't gotta give everything, right? So that's how I feel about that. So I took away from that.
Well, the most interesting part about that video, and none of you guys brought it up, but well, to me that I found interesting was that when Earthquake was talking about when he was asking him about, you know, his wife that he recently got divorced to, like usually when people are like, you know, not with their ex anymore, you know, they tend to bash them, or they tend to like get on the things that they did wrong. But I just like how he like approached it, or like expressed it. He was saying that like it doesn't make her a bad person because we don't share the same views, or like there are things that she would like to do that I didn't agree with so and so. But it's like sometimes we can't see outside of ourselves and just look at the person for who they are, despite it not working or being a successful relationship. So I think that was, to me, the most important, because I feel like you don't really hear that often. Like obviously nobody wants to go through a divorce, or nobody wants to, you know, be on the bad end of a relationship for a person that they had a lot of love for. So there's a lot of emotion there, and to be objective about the situation, or not even about the situation, but about that person in general, like just who they are outside the relationship. I think more people should do that if, you know, obviously that person is a quality person, of course. But
It takes a lot of maturity to admit shit like that, though.
yeah, that was very mature. Like I like that. I really like that.
A large part of getting past those things, which is what I had to do to get past fucking very annoying situation. Because it's funny, like like Earthquake, how he has said he hasn't experienced the "oh, I love you" and all that bullshit. I have experienced that, except it was something I wish I hadn't. Basically, you'd have these people who don't want to let you go, and then they do all sorts of crazy shit because they don't want to let you go, like all sorts of vindictive, hurtful things because they want like vengeance. But basically, in order to get past those stuff and move on, you have to like sit there and think about what you did and how you probably contributed. You have to try and see them in a way in which like you have to almost understand. You have to try and understand why they did what they did and why they acted the way they acted. And after I did that, it became a lot easier to let go of like terrible thing. And I still do stuff like that now. Like someone will do something to me, and I sit there and think about the kind of person they probably are, and then I'll understand why they did it, and I won't even feel mad about it anymore. Often I'll just pity them. I'll feel sorry for them. I'm like, I'm sorry they have to feel that way and they have to do that kind of stuff. That's what
Yeah,
you got.
I think that's what I was gonna ask you guys is like, even if it was in a long term relationship, have you? I guess you kind of answered the question already, but like, have you been able to do that with some women that you were with in the past, and like look back on the situation, or look back on them? I keep saying situation, but look back on them as a person and be like, you know what, like we not together and it didn't work out, but she's not really that bad of a person, you know?
No, they're all crazy. Don't ever no. I don't have too many experiences.
Or does that
Most of
thought
them
even
were like
cross your mind when you
most of
look
them
when
were
you think,
like situational. Like they were like almost there. And nah, I never thought any of them were bad, right? Because it's like it didn't even happen. So for me to see it, I was like, damn, what a bitch. She missed out on a real one. That'd be so goofy of me, you know?
yeah,
That'd be so goofy to do some
I
shit
mean,
like that.
it'd be fitting to your character. I'm just,
See, now you're not in my lane.
I had to take the opportunity. I saw it hanging there. I was like, oh.
So yeah, no, I never really like sat back and was like, damn, she crazy. She always doing this and the third. But you know, it was also very easy to slip into the idea that like they are always doing something wrong. It's like you never did anything wrong, whatever. Just stuff like that. It's very easy to blame the other person, which is kind of what happened recently with this situation. Like they really wanted to blame me, and I was just like, I literally ain't do nothing. I didn't do anything wrong, and like I don't even blame them because I'm like, yeah, because I even said it. It's like, yeah, I understand why you feel this way, but like I'm not gonna sit there and entertain it either. So I was like, we done, you know.
yeah. But I think that's interesting because like even those like long after the that relationship is over and you don't know how the rest of their life turns out and who they end up being and maybe they learn something about their own behaviors that they took into the next relationship and it helped them in that relationship. So what I'm trying to say is like sometimes you might catch somebody at a bad time in their life or they might catch you at a bad time. So it might not be that perfect match at the moment, and she probably had to go undergo some kind of personal growth. You probably did, and it doesn't mean because it didn't work out that like she's this person, or even if she made a mistake that like she's really you know uh I guess intolerable or not you can't speak with her. I don't know, like not saying that you want to be her friend afterwards or try to open up some friendship, but I just think it's like the way we look at it at a situation because we came out on the other side of it is like very one-sided, like you said, because it didn't work or they did something wrong, even if you had good reason to feel like they did you wrong.
All right,
Even
here,
even like an offense like them cheating, like they could have did something horrible, and then after that they like, damn, I really fucked, like I really fucked that guy over, but I'm not that person anymore.
look,
So,
man, this is how you gotta look at it. What that got to do with me?
thanks.
Like,
Not saying you forgive her. I'm not saying you forgive her or
yeah, I
like
know.
you
I'm just
build a
saying it's like,
friendship. Yeah,
regardless, like you gotta like honestly, you have to look out for number one, and you gotta look out for yourself.
yeah,
So if you leave in the situation, or if you like, or if they left you, right, you gotta look out for yourself. And I'm not even saying this on some toxic shit. Just look, man, it literally don't got shit to do with you no more. Like it doesn't. So
Well, it might though. Like
it
for example,
probably
even
doesn't.
no, it might.
Maybe if you have kids together, but I'm saying like if you broke up with
No, no,
your
no, no,
girl,
no. Not even
now
on that level.
let me finish first before
On,
you let
go
me
ahead, go.
finish. Now I don't even want to say no more. Go ahead.
Okay, sure. Anyways, on an emotional level, sometimes what the other person did can actually have been your fault. Like it could be that they were mirroring you. Like basically, your relationship could have been very fucking toxic on both sides, but like EJ said, you didn't know, you didn't realize. Like all you saw was what she was doing to you. Then when you sit there and actually think about it, and you go through the personal growth, then you realize, holy shit, I kind of enabled and or caused a lot of that
That's not
woman's.
what I was talking about, though. I was talking about their growth and like what they become afterwards. That got nothing
I'm
to do
saying
with you.
reflecting on them
Yeah,
can
but I'm
help
just
you.
saying like that, like their growth afterwards and like their journeys and whatever they become.
Yeah.
That got nothing
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do with you. Like
I
you should
get-
definitely do that reflection and become a better person. But whatever happens to them, that don't got nothing to do with you.
Sure.
Because
I think sometimes like as men, you harbor resentment for a person, or you can't move past that experience, and you bring it into another relationship, and then your whole life you have this, it might become this view you have of women in general,
I
of like,
feel
oh,
that
you got to
happens
watch
to
it
both
back.
sides though.
Yeah, so
Because
it's like obviously women have certain tendencies, and there are things you have to be cautious of, but it doesn't mean that like because that one experience happened, like yeah, they were horrible back then in fucking 2007, but what if they married and got kids and she's in a loving relationship currently? It's like people just like us, we evolve, we develop ways to like better ourselves, self-improvement. So it isn't just like we shouldn't have so much built up inside of us, or this rage or whatever it is, and let it transform us into something else because of a failed experience that didn't go well.
Speaking of pent up rage, that touches on the guy we're supposed to be talking about
Yeah.
today. Fucking Batman. That's the whole crux of his character. Pent up rage and unresolved emotions. Although,
that's why he gets into all these bad relationships.
yeah, he does have a shitty relationship history. One of the last
Like,
women
why is he going out with Selena Kyle? Come on, bro. Why? She's a thief, and you
She's
beat up thieves, bro. Stop
sexy.
it.
She's sexy.
No,
That's why.
like that's the only reason. That's really the only fucking reason, bro.
She's sexy.
It's fucking.
And she wears skin tight fucking leather. You're gonna be able to resent some shapely woman in skin tight leather who's showing you got green eyes.
He is Batman and Bruce Wayne. You think he can't find a dime a dozen? That's
Yeah.
a dime a dozen, bro.
Well, what girl gonna be like Selena Kyle, bro?
Talia al Ghul, Lois Lane.
You already had Talia al Ghul, bro. You had it already.
Not that Talia's any better, but I'm just saying, like
Talia's worse.
yeah. I'm just saying,
worse.
like every baddie in Gotham, bro. I'm not even
No,
talking about the crazy ones. I'm not even talking about the crazy ones.
It shows you a trend, bro. The comics were trying to teach you something. The hot ones are always trouble, bro.
Just don't go.
They're always
Just
trouble.
never fall in
They're
love with
always
a hot
trouble,
woman, bro.
Don't fall for hot girls.
But aren't all
Everybody
women hot, bro? Huh? Aren't all women hot?
remember what I used to say to you, that your goal has to be to find a nice ugly woman and then you
No, you don't
marry her?
remember when I said I like my girls medium ugly?
Yeah. You gotta find a nice ugly girl. It's the
All right,
only
now,
way.
now we're actually gonna get canceled.
But anyways,
No, shout out to Batman. All right, so this is
we started-
Throwback Thursday. Batman.
but the reason I want to say I just want to pay some respects to the boy Kevin Conroy real quick. The guy
Thanks.
who voiced Batman in almost everything and is part of everyone's childhood. Never
Shaped
thought
a lot of childhoods.
that guy was around for a long time. It was crazy to hear that he's gone now.
Do we
So-
know how he passed? Or is it?
I think he had cancer, maybe.
Yeah, he had a disease.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's
And it took him.
Hmm.
Just like Chadwick Boseman had that thing the whole time and no one knew.
Man,
Well, I think-
not to talk about Black Panther 2 because I recently saw it, but that shit had me and I wasn't even like watching a lot of his movies, but just seeing them show him in the movie like several times, like through flashbacks, I was just like, damn, I felt that, like the pain from that. Like it's just seeing him like not be in that movie, it just felt weird, even though he was in it.
But yeah, everyone knows Black Panther's a Batman ripoff. Anyway, I'm waiting around.
You gonna say that right after I just gave a heartwarming message.
I'm sorry. That was
Crazy.
I mean, I
Bad timing.
had to take the opportunity. Well, this is called Adventures in Bad Taste, so I'm just saying that's on brand. That's
Adventures in bad timing.
Adventures in Bad Timing. But anyways, So what is which? I'm gonna start with EJ, I guess, because I think I might know Ray's answer to this question.
Bet you don't.
What What is your favorite Batman animation, EJ?
I never really thought about that. I would have to like look through it,
Pick one right now.
but
Of the
off the,
cartoon,
off
the
the top of my
main.
head, I'll probably go Batman Beyond. But it's probably
Batman
better
Beyond.
animation.
What do you love about Batman Beyond? What
I
drag
don't
you?
know. Even though it's not about Bruce Wayne, it's about what's his name, Terry McGinnis.
Terry McGinnis.
Uh, yeah, I really like that, like how that Batman looks. I don't know. I watched it as a kid growing up, and it just has like a nostalgic feeling for me.
I was actually gonna be
Um,
Batman Beyond for Halloween once, but they didn't sell a suit in my size. I was kind of tight, bro. I was kind of mad. Like I literally like my parents came home and gave me the costume. I put it on, and it was one size too small. I was like, oh. So they had to go back, and I think I was like regular Batman. I was like, this is lame, bro. This is lame, bro. No, bro. It like didn't zip up in the back. Like it was like this on me. It was too small. Yo, you know our parents Jamaican. If it looked okay enough, they would be like, all right, just go outside. But Batman Beyond is cool as fuck. It's cool as fuck. Terry McGinnis.
Great show. Great show.
They out here
Like
just saying random shit like that slag, bro. That's
no,
Crash.
that's no. Crash is from Young Justice.
Yeah, Crash
That's
from Young Justice.
That's Shui. That's what they used to say.
They
Shui. That was their thing for cool. But yeah, it was just first of all, Terry was just a very cool character. Like Terry was cold as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Terry was so cool because he had like that hot-headed element, but he was very stoic at the same time. I remember, like, I'll never forget one of the coldest scenes in Batman Beyond when fucking Shriek, one of the villains in the show, he like fucking Terry like throws a batarang, I think, fucks up his sound material, and it turns back on him, and Shriek goes fucking deaf. Shriek is deaf, and he can't hear Terry, and Terry's just like, oh, well, I guess you're fucked, and just like just kind of leaves him there. Just leaves him there deaf. I was like, damn, that was cold. That was cold. Just like he did not give a fuck. He was like, whatever. You're deaf
Also,
now.
I won't lie. Whoever voiced him, good job.
Did a good job. Yeah, he's
Great
very
job,
good.
bro.
Voice. I think his name is Will Friedle or something.
Did a great job. But if you didn't know, I'm also showing images of Batman Beyond on the stream. So
let me look at the stream because I love that show. I used to have it had some of the greatest music ever. Like the Batman Beyond theme.
yeah,
Woo! Wee! Beautiful theme, bro. Like there's no theme like the Batman Beyond theme. And then there was some ending music they had. What?
Will Freddle?
I think it's Friedel or something.
Well, he was in Boy Meets
He was
World. He's in a lot of shit, but you know.
Yeah.
I was just like,
but
damn, you realize it now, you know?
Yeah, another cool thing I love about that show is when I rewatched it like about a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago. When I rewatched it, one of the most funny things about it, right, is this shit's supposed to take place in the future. It's like 2040. But because the show was made in the 1990s, their supposedly futuristic technology was so
dated now.
So I just loved that element. I thought it was so funny. And I remember it even inspired me to write a story. Like I started crafting this idea based on that, right? Where I was like, yo, what would a world have to look like in order to have that like dated, kinda advanced technology, but it's still so steeped in the 90s? I was like, oh, imagine if I'm gonna write a story set in the year 1999, but it's in an alternate universe where computers were invented 100 years before they were in this world. So in their world, their technology is like way ahead, but it's still dated. It's like very dated cyberpunk technology, like Batman Beyond, or even like I think Cyberpunk 2077 had that same theme, right? Like dated.
Yeah. Like they were definitely like there was definitely like future stuff, but it was like old future stuff. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So what do you think mine is? Go on, guess.
Yeah. But one more thing before I go on. Another cool thing about Batman Beyond is a lot of it was like inspired by Spider-Man. So even some of the villains, and that's the reason like the whole thing was inspired by Spider-Man. I was like, what if Spider-Man was Batman, kind of? But the other thing is, one of the coolest things they did with Batman Beyond is they kind of continued the show they kind of closed the chapter on a lot of the things that happened with this episode of Justice League called Epilogue. where Terry's in it. Have you ever seen that,
Yeah.
Eric?
Oh,
No, I haven't seen it. No.
Well, there's an episode of the show called Justice League Unlimited. There's an episode called Epilogue where you get to see what happened after Batman Beyond. You meet Terry as he's like an adult now, and you learn he's like fucking Bruce's son, pretty much. He's like a clone of Bruce. He's like a clone. So that was cool. But if I had to guess, your favorite Batman show is Batman Brave and the Bold.
You'd be pretty close, actually. Batman Brave and the Bold is pretty nice, but nah, it's the Batman.
I think Batman the Brave and the Bold is better than the Batman, but it's okay.
You would be wrong, but no, Brave and the Bold is fun. It's a completely different type of show.
Explain your love for the Batman, because I remember that show. I do remember that show fondly.
Bro, honestly, I just think it was kind of cool because this was a younger Batman. I don't think he had everything together in the show. Like, he made mistakes. But like, it wasn't like super glaring, obvious mistakes. But he like made mistakes, and he wasn't that like perfect individual that like the other Batman shows like kind of like portray him as. And then you see him; he slowly adopts the other two, Robin and Batgirl. And Batgirl especially, he really did not want her. He didn't want her doing this because she really just like grabbed the costume and was like, I'm gonna be Batman. And he was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, kid?
Stop it.
He was like, stop it. Get some help.
Has one of the coolest Jokers in that show.
Yeah, Joker himself is also cool as fuck because, I don't know, like, even though he's still just like a kind of crazy guy, he seemed a lot more menacing to me in this one, where I was like, yeah, he is a villain. He gonna put in some work, bro.
He's an actual physical threat now.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he will box you. Like, bro, the amount of times Joker pulled up and went, like through the hands with Batman, I was like, this makes a lot more sense. Because, look, like the Joker is cool or whatever, but when he's like super frail and I see the fucking jacked ass Batman walking up to him, I was like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's like I've seen Batman go toe to toe with Bane. So this fucking 90-pound guy is gonna like, oh, you're scrapping, but it doesn't make any sense. But this Joker, he was about his action. He was more of a Harlequin, I think. He was more of a Harlequin in this one.
Sort of, yeah. He wears the straitjacket costume. So cool.
Like he's definitely clearly a lot more crazy. I fuck with the the Catwoman costume. She wears the whip around her waist like a tail. It's not just a random tail.
Animation in the show in general is pretty cool. Wow.
The Riddler's costume is stupid though.
They have kind of one of the coolest Batman movies, where Batman versus Dracula. That shit was cool as fuck. I don't know if you remember that movie they made.
I don't.
You remember?
I gotta rewatch.
You don't remember Batman versus Dracula? Go watch that shit. Shit was so cool. He was just fighting Dracula. Really. I don't even know who came with the idea. I don't know why.
Someone's like, yo, you know what would be cool? You know what would be real cool?
And he's him fighting Dracula. And it's like that one. It's set in that universe.
So. Another thing that I thought was cool about the series is a lot of the Batman's enemies, like in the original series, would be called the something, like the Penguin, the Joker, like stuff like that. But in this series, because he's the Batman, they don't have that They don't have that article anymore. It's Joker. It's Penguin. They don't have the. I thought that was a nice little touch.
They had a really cool Riddler episode, if I remember correctly.
But his costume was whack.
Yeah, I like this costume. He was creepy, but
Riddler usually gets whack costumes though.
Yeah, like another good movie, and this is going back to EJ's thing, and that's set. It's set in the Batman Beyond universe. Return of the fucking Joker. Ooh, baby. Return of the Joker, Chef's Kiss. That is probably the second greatest Batman film ever made. Return of the Joker. Like the best Batman film ever made is an animated Batman film, and it is Batman: The Mask of Phantasm. That movie cool. Is fucking amazing.
I never seen it, but that movie poster, movie cover, that shit fire. I like how it look. It make me want to watch it.
Go watch that movie. It is good. It is fucking good, bro.
Are you talking about Return of the Joker or Mask of Phantasm?
No, well, both. Both are great movies.
EJ.
Mask of Phantasm.
Nah, Mask of Phantasm. With it got like the blue art.
Oh yeah.
In the background.
It's a cold movie, bro. Look at it. Like
Did you see Return of the Joker?
No, I haven't seen that one.
That shit is also amazing. Fucking Joker fucking kills somebody in that fucking movie, and he's like, "Oops," you know, he because you
Well,
don't
I
expect.
guess I can't watch it no more. This man spoiling the movie. God damn.
It's a great film though. Like it's a great film. I guess I won't say any more because EJ hasn't seen it. Because I was gonna say
Nah, so
something.
what's your favorite show, bro?
My favorite Batman show is Batman and XXX parody, and imagine. Now, my favorite Batman show. Since I thought you were gonna mention this, so I thought I'd have to mention something else. The Batman might have been what I've mentioned, but my favorite Batman show is definitely gonna be Batman: The Brave and the Bold. Batman. I like the original Batman series, and I love Batman Beyond, but EJ already had that. But like my thing is the reason why, even though both shows are great, the Batman the Animated Series and Batman the Brave and the Gold, Batman the Brave and the Bold. Brave and the Bold is a lot more consistent as a show. Like the quality, I think, is consistent throughout. And I just have you guys, well, you don't know EJ, but Ray knows that I have a particular affection for the Silver Age. And Batman the Brave and the Bold is steeped in Silver Age traditions. It's like a very like they very what's the word I'm looking for? Nostalgic show. Like the way his costume looks, the way the other heroes look and the villains look. Beautiful show. I enjoyed that show. I rewatched it like twice.
I seen some of it. It was good. I never finished it. Like watched it from start to finish, but it was. I liked what I saw.
That you don't need to like sit there and watch it. Like you can literally just watch any episode anytime
you watch any episode you want.
It's I forgot the term. Episodic's not the right word, right? Is it episodic?
Episodic, yeah.
Alright,
Episodic.
so it's an episodic show. Like things don't really matter. Like the thing that happened last episode don't matter. Things that's gonna happen next episode don't matter. It's Batman, and he's always teaming up with someone. And I like that they break it up. It's like in the very like first few minutes, it's like the end of some adventure that he's doing.
Yeah, it's called a cold open. This is what it's called.
Just some random thing that he was doing. Like, and this man's so goofy. Like he was boxing this guy dressed as a woman, and he was like, the guy's like, you wouldn't hit a lady, would you? He's like, the hammer of justice is unisex, and knocks him out. So some goofy shit like that.
Like, you wouldn't hit a man with glasses, would you? And then Rec takes the glasses off and hits him with it. Yeah. Oh, you hit a man with glasses. Well played. Yeah. Well, anyways,
Batman Brave and Bold's goofy, fun. They also show off a lot of heroes in it. A lot of heroes.
There are some very deep episodes in that show, though. Like when he had to go after, when he went after Joe Chill, when they helped him find Joe Chill, and he was about to kill him. He was angry, but then he had to let go of his love.
Spider-Man did it better. Spider-Man did it better, bro. Come on.
Yeah. But the thing is, oh man, I'll never forget one of the funniest moments of Batman the Brave and the Bold. He's in a casket, right? And he's like, "Oh, it's a good thing I learned how to separate my soul from my body from those defeated mystics." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. This is the idealized Batman, bro. He can do whatever the fuck he wants whenever he wants. His belt has everything in it, bro. Everything. Yeah. Oh, lucky I keep my bat treadmill on me. Like he has everything.
Jesus Christ.
Like this is peak Batman because, and like the reason I'm okay with him being like this like perfect being in this row is because it's fucking goofy. Like it is part of the joke.
Meant to be silly.
Yeah. Like it's part of the.
I like that rivalry he had with Green Arrow, where Green Arrow's always trying to prove he's better, but he isn't. So it's like,
bro, who's Green Arrow? Never heard of him.
Green. Yeah, the Arrow Cave. Anyways,
wait. Oh, I forgot what show it was, but like, there's like the Arrow Cave. It's like, shouldn't you have called it the Quiver?
Injustice. It's Injustice.
And he's like, shut up.
Like, actually, that is actually much better. Yeah, that's what he says. He pauses. He's like, it's actually much better. Oh my god! Like he has to admit.
I like this Green Arrow's look though. He looks more like Roy though.
No. The thing is, right? Originally, that's how Green Arrow looked, and then they changed it. So yeah.
He looks a lot like Roy.
That's my favorite Green Arrow look. Although I do like the look where he has the mustache and all that. Like I do like that. But yeah. Great show, man. Great show. Batman the Brave. So
I think everyone's gonna be mad if we don't talk about Batman the animated series.
Thanks.
Which, bro, what is there to say about Batman the animated series that hasn't
been? It speaks for itself.
It is Batman the animated series.
Great show.
Fun fact: the show was so dark they just drew it on black paper, bro. That it was easier that way. It was easier to just draw on black paper, bro. That's fucking goofy. It was really. I don't know if it's the first show, but it was like the start of like a whole bunch of
Yeah.
shit. Because Batman the Animated Series led to
That
Superman
came
the
out
Animated
what, like early
Series,
'90s or mid '90s?
1995,
I think it came out before.
Yeah.
I think Superman the Animated Series came out like
1992. Batman the Animated Series, 1992.
came out a long time ago. And it's not just that. Batman the Animated Series, one, it kicked off the whole DC animated universe. Yes, it did. And the thing is, right, what it also did is it changed the tone for children's animation. Because before then, like a lot of children's animation wasn't as adult. So when people saw that they were getting away with that, other studios started trying to make their own adult cartoons to sort of compete with. And that's how you get shit like Spawn, and the whole HBO had a whole roster. Eon Flux, all those like adult. The Max had a cartoon meant to. You guys don't know who the Max is, but the Max is like a very dark hero. And like that's where Gargoyles. The reason Gargoyles existed was to compete with Batman.
I was gonna say that. Like it reminds me. I mean, it reminds me of Gargoyles, but that came out before Gargoyles. So
Yeah, Gargoyles
you
was
could see
created to capitalize on that adult cartoon kind of craze.
And this goes back to that thing we were talking about before, where we were talking about how adult shows don't need to be vulgar and nasty. Like they don't need to have sex and cursing just to be adult. Like Batman, the anime series, is a lot more of an adult show. Like adults can sit down and watch that show and not feel like they're watching like Dora the Explorer, right? And like they tackle like hard hitting things. Like, bro, everyone remembers the time where my boy Dick Grayson clocked Batman in the mouth and was like, "I'm done," and dropped the fucking belt and walked away. Like that was some hard hitting shit. Like my man's had to watch his son leave his life.
And then the thing is, right, because Batman inspired a whole roster of adult level plots in these cartoons. I remember there's an episode of Superman the Animated Series, right? The whole episode is about how a corrupt police detective tried to kill Clark, and Clark is now trying to prove this detective killed him so that he can now come back out of hiding. And I was like, this is supposed to be a kid's cartoon. I was like, they got a plot about a corrupt police. The guy puts a bomb under his car and tries to kill him. And then he fakes his death just so he can solve the mystery of who tried to kill him.
Yeah. Also, other fun fact: Harley Quinn was born here.
Oh yeah, she was the original, the only good version of Harley Quinn. Yeah, the only good version. Harley Quinn, she was subsequently ruined and everything after that.
Fun fact: Lola Bunny was born in the Space Jam movie. That's another fun fact for you.
Yeah, but yeah, man, great. Yeah, Batman the Animated Series, like I said, it changed everything. And they have the best Batman movie of all time. Like better than even the live action Batman films. Batman Mask of Phantasm is a fucking amazing movie. Beautiful film.
This Catwoman costume ain't that bad.
No.
Oh, no. You wanna know what it did for me in the Batman the show? It was Detective Yin, bro. That's what did it for me. I'm joking.
No, you weren't. Don't try and walk it back now.
No, Detective Yin was cute, bro. She was a cute.
You wanted to clap them cartoon cheeks, bro.
I wouldn't take it that far.
Bro,
don't you find a woman with drive empowering, bro? Doesn't make you was like, oh yeah, go.
Ironically, yes. Women who are very confident.
Ironically.
It's not ironic, bro. Come on. We know what it is.
Yeah, they're hot.
Yeah,
they're hot.
You go. Come on. There you go.
When they're very very confident and very like there's a level of abrasiveness I find very attractive. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing I noticed. Like even there's a woman. Should I say this? No,
you should not. You should stop talking now.
Just in case anyone actually sees this, because I was like, if anyone I work with sees this, that would be crazy. But yeah, it's a great show. But you know what? This got me thinking now. Who is your favorite live action Batman?
It was.
Do you mean like?
It was.
Do you mean like the actor?
Davidson. He was in that Batman XXX parody, bro. He killed it, bro. He killed it.
He's a Chief Davidson.
Oh, that's just some random ass name, bro. Rick Davidson or some shit.
Chief Davidson.
Do you mean as far as like the best Batman, like in terms of the movie, like the actual like between the difference of movies, or like I was gonna say the actors, like who did the better job?
You also talk about both. Like maybe you can also have your favorite actor and also your favorite Batman.
Christian Bale did a couple. You know what I'm saying? So, Michael. Everybody says Michael Keaton, but um, honestly, damn, that's tough. I gotta think about the actor part. But as far as like, I'll go with the movie first. I would say to me, it's a toss up between. I'll go Dark Knight, um, and Batman Begins. Like,
Oh,
I think
Batman Begins is a great film. People don't give that movie enough respect. They're always talking about the Dark Knight, but Batman Begins is good in itself as well.
Batman Begins was like one of the first movies I think. Like before, like before I have the view I have now about superhero movies, like it kept me entertained. Like I kind of wanted to see, the next, in terms of the superhero films, like what the next one was gonna look like. Not with Batman, but just in general. Like I'll be looking forward to the next movie. Um, that was gonna come out for DC. But I would say Batman Begins, The Dark Knight. I gotta think about the actor one, but
Well, what about you, Ray?
I don't know. I never thought about it. It probably would be Batman Begins too, because I don't know. Like, look, man, it's a good movie. I fucking enjoyed that shit. I just enjoyed watching the movie. And I do prefer, like, I don't prefer origin stories, but I like origin stories. I like when they do them right. Like I keep telling you, like Iron Man 1's like my favorite movie from the Marvel movies, right? I'm not even like that big a Marvel head, bro. I'm definitely not a big Iron Man fan, but I fuck with Iron Man 1. I think that movie's great.
I like Iron Man a lot. I think he's cool.
So it's probably Batman Begins. I also pulled up a bunch of the movies on the screen. Actor though, I don't know. I generally do not know. Because it's very easy for me to disassociate people from the roles they're playing, so I can't even remember who's playing who. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean,
I think the worst one would probably be the ones in the current iteration of DC lineup, like the Justice League. I think that's the worst guy, I guess. Just not even for any real reason. It's just like I don't enjoy that kind of Batman. He's just such a dick. Like it's not even like him. It's just like the Batman in that movie. He's just such a dick. I don't enjoy that kind of character. Superman said it best. You won't let me live. You won't let me die. Like, come on, hop off, bro. Hop off, bro.
So Michael Keaton, I think, did one of the best jobs of separating the two. Like his Batman is different from his Bruce Wayne. He did a really good job because Michael Keaton's a great actor in general. So he did a good job there. And I think the 1989 version was my favorite Batman movie. It probably still is, to be honest. I can watch that movie again and again probably because it has one of the greatest villain performances ever. Jack Nicholson is the Joker. It's fucking beautiful. He did a great job. I mean, I think they didn't need to do the shit with his face, but whatever. He still did an amazing job. Yeah. But yeah. So then see like the Christian Bale movies, they're cool, but the voice was kind of annoying. And even Christian Bale himself thinks that he didn't do that good of a job in those movies. Like I think he wishes he could have like done it a little better. Because yeah, his Bruce Wayne and his Batman. No, I mean he actually did do a pretty good Bruce Wayne. People don't understand. Like he actually, when he would pretend to be Bruce Wayne, it was believable. He came off as like an idiot, like when he wanted to pretend to be one. And then I actually like this iteration of Batman because I like that they portrayed him as like broken, and I found that portrayal interesting because Batman is always this perfect measure of like in control, and they were showing you what Batman looks like when he's out of control and when he's broken. And like I said, when you watch BVS, this is the first time someone actually like made Batman just look as inhuman and cartoonish as he does look in the comic books. Like the way he moved, the way he looked, everything about him. And when he was wearing that fucking suit, he looked cool as hell. His armored suit is fucking amazing. Like if you don't want to be thankful for anything from that iteration of Batman, at least be thankful we got to see this motherfucker standing there in the suit with the white eyes too. Man, yo, he went all out in trying to bring that.
Cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like their little face down remains, in my opinion, the coolest fucking like cinematic moment like ever in like superhero movies. Like that whole fight is just cool as fuck. Like it looks like remember we were watching and I was like, it looks like it was ripped straight out of a comic book or a movie or a cartoon movie. Like it didn't look like that just with real people, you know?
You know who I didn't hate as Batman? Robert Patterson. Peterson.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Whoever his name
Robert Patterson did a great fucking job, actually.
I do not dislike it. I also like that it wasn't. It was definitely more of a detective movie than a superhero movie, and I fuck with that because Batman's a detective, bro. Let him be a detective.
Yeah, I like that you got to see, like, he showed both sides. You got to see Batman unhinged when he'd get angry. Mm-hmm. You got to see that, but you also saw him like when he's thoughtful, like when he'd walk around, obviously observing everything and thinking. Like you could literally see the gears turning in his head as he's looking at something. That man, Robert Pattinson, like, how do you master that so well? Where you can just sit there and make it look like you're actually thinking, you know? Like you're that good of an actor.
Maybe he was. Maybe he was like, damn, I gotta think. Yeah. He was like, what am I gonna have for dinner tomorrow? Damn, am I doing this scene right? Fuck.
Maybe he was. But yeah, I did enjoy that version of Batman. I like his costume a lot too.
The only problem I have with the movie, it was really fucking long. It was a long movie.
I liked that it was long. Because
I was tired.
Yeah, I was tired.
I got tired. I was like, yo, bro, this movie still go. Also, I didn't like the riddle sometimes because I was like, no one's figuring that out. But I was like, you know what? It did make sense. Like at first, I hated the way they portrayed the riddles, and then I was like, no. If I was going to make some super contrived riddle, it would be obvious to me that it's the answer, right? So I'd be like, yeah, this works. And then, you know, like the person who looked at this was like, what the fuck am I looking at, bro? So it made sense. So I was like, yeah, nah, no one would ever, like if the Riddler existed, no one would figure out what the fuck he was talking about ever.
Yeah, if Batman didn't exist, everybody,
that nigga figured it out shit by accident. Remember he was beating up the Penguin, I think? And he's like, you didn't realize this was bad Spanish? And he was like,
yo, that part when fucking Penguin is roasting them, he's like, yo, he was like,
you guys are supposed to be smart. This is the worst Spanish I've ever heard.
Yeah, he was roasting them, bro.
I was like, you know what, that was pretty good. Where they were like, shit, we didn't notice.
Yeah, like,
they didn't say that out loud, you know, but you saw it on their face. They're like, fuck.
Hey, fuck. He said, El Rata Alada, are you serious? That's what he said. Yo. Well, yeah, Colin Farrell, actually. We should talk about him. He did a good performance in that movie. Did you see The Batman, EJ?
Nah.
Oh, well, Colin Farrell's in it, but they put like makeup on him, like prosthetics, so he looked.
When it came out?
Like last year?
Yeah, like last year. No, I think it was this year. Actually, I think it was 2022.
I'm gonna correct you right now.
I think it was.
Yeah, it came out 2022. Yeah, it was this year.
Yeah. But yeah. How do you guys feel about the first Batman?
Oh, it came out March 4th. I should have remembered that.
Yeah. How did you guys feel about the first Batman movie?
The first one? What?
The 89 version, not the actual first Batman.
Nah, I'm looking up the first Batman movie to ever be made.
It's a black and white.
Batman the movie 1966.
No, there was one before that. There were serials before that. Then they were in black and white. There were definitely serials that they made before that show.
All Batman movies in order. Like people are saying it's Batman the movie 1966.
No, I'm telling you, there are Batman serials. I know, I read about them before.
I mean, but are we considering those movies?
Yeah, they're short movies.
How short?
Batman 1943.
How short is this?
Well, serials. Hold on. Let's see. I mean, you could actually look it up.
I'm looking it up right now. Batman.
Who's the guy that played?
15 exciting chapters.
The guy that played Batman, and I think in the 60s, Adam West. I know he passed away. Yeah.
Did Adam West die?
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed like a couple years ago.
I don't think I knew about that.
Yeah, because you don't respect the greats, bro.
I didn't find out till later, like that he was the same Adam West on Family Guy that I loved.
Yep.
Literally play that character. That
Parody.
character's hilarious.
Man played a parody of himself. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yo.
Mayor
15
West.
chapter theatrical serial. Yeah, 1943. There's the serial.
I'm telling you. I
It's
knew.
they're like 20 minutes clips.
Yeah, they're short. They're short. I think they would appear during other movies. That's why.
I don't know if I'd consider that a movie itself.
No, they're a short film. There's such
Yeah,
thing
they're
as
20 minutes, but I was saying like a full length feature film.
Yeah,
Like,
but I would get because it's the first attempt at a theatrical attempt at Batman. So that's why I'm saying. But the Batman movie I'm talking about is the one from 1989. What do you think of that one?
1989
Yeah.
Batman. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Michael-
that shit was goofy. I remember that he was talking about like he couldn't turn his head because of the way the suit was made. He just had to go like this all the time.
Oh, great fucking. You
Like
need to
even
turn
in this
his head.
clip, like let me show you the clip.
I've seen it. I've seen I've seen
It's
the
not a
movie.
clip, it's just the image, like of the suit. The neck is so thick.
Yeah, he couldn't move.
He could
And
not
that
move his
was
neck.
that was actually a common thing that would happen with many superhero suits. It was hard to turn because they were made out of rubber, so it was hard to like move around in it. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
but
looking at the rest of the Batman series, and yeah, like they definitely couldn't move. I remember they did not like Batman and Robin. Like I think even the actors didn't like Batman and Robin.
well, anytime a actor's in a movie that did bad, they always pretend that they hated it too because they know it's the only way they can they can save their reputation. I'm like, yeah, you're right, it did fuck. That's what they do all the time.
This Catwoman suit in Batman Returns.
Ooh, Batman Returns.
Um,
Beautiful film.
It's so bad, but it's good.
I love that suit. It's a great
It's so
suit.
bad, but it's good.
Madonna.
Like
Madonna.
why does it look like it's why like
Not Madonna. Sorry. Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know why I said Madonna.
I don't know why it's Madonna.
Been thinking of Madonna.
Do they look alike?
No,
A little
I don't think
bit.
so.
Tiny bit. Like old school Madonna.
Oh, bro, we forgot the best Batman movie. The Lego Batman.
Nah.
Nah, it's the best Batman movie, bro.
Nah.
It's the best one because it has the coolest Robin.
Nah.
He's the coolest Robin, bro. Tell me
Nah.
that Robin ain't cold, bro.
He's not down nowhere near the coolest. I'll
He's
tell you
the
that.
coolest, bro.
Fucking Tim Drake is the coolest Robin. Yes. Tim Drake is the coolest fucking Robin. Yep. 100%. Tim Drake has everything. One, he is the detective. He is the detective of all the Robins. He's a literal detective. He's the smartest one. He is a fucking bow staff. He is the one with the bow staff. They gave that to Dick in Teen Titans, but it was him. He was the master of the bow staff. Tim Drake is the best Robin, unironically, based. You know.
Yeah, this man is sipping on that blue pill, bro.
Dick Grayson's highlight is that he was Nightwing. Like no one remembers him for being Robin. They remember for being Nightwing. That's his contribution.
Man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
One day you'll forget that blue pill beta bitch shit, bro.
No, blue pill is believing Dick Grayson is the best Robin. That just shows
Dick Grayson's the best Robin, bro.
That's blue pill. Red pill is accepting the hard, cold truth. Damian Wayne is the best Robin. Red pill.
Oh man, I would have accepted if you at least said the Red Hood. I would have accepted that.
Tim Drake. Man, Jason Todd is a fucking loser.
Damian Wayne, bro.
Jason Todd is a loser who got himself killed. It was his fault, you know. The Batman don't got to blame himself. Oh my god. But yeah, Tim Drake.
It wasn't even his fault. the audience was like, "Do it, you won't," and then DC was like, "You calling us pussy, bro?"
Yeah, then he did it. But he went off to go find Joker by himself.
Yeah,
like
I mean, because they had to write it in somehow, right?
My nigga, it's like my
that's
dude.
Dumb. That's dumb. That's D.
I would never.
You remember D.
Hmm?
Oh my, the phrase D.
Oh yeah.
That shit
I was
was
like,
goofy, bro.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Tim song about it.
Best Robin. Tim Drake is best Robin. Best Robin.
Man, maybe one day you'll wake up.
I'm telling you.
Stop sipping that Kool-Aid.
Everyone, only people who don't read comic books think Dick Grayson's the best Robin. Only people who don't read comic books. Because that's the one they know.
Next
that's
thing you'll tell me that Batman's your favorite superhero.
I mean, people who don't read comic books, yes, Batman is their favorite. I'm telling you, ask anyone who doesn't read comic books, that's always their first answer. Yeah, Batman. Cool.
Batman's cool, whatever, but he never outsold Superman, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, he has. He does all the time. Like, you're talking like...
I think
yes.
Totally Superman's still number one.
Oh, yeah, but I'm just saying Batman currently, like his books, definitely...
I think in the States...
Yeah. No, globally, Batman is the most popular DC character, bro. He is. Like, right now they're publishing like 16 Batman related books. Those fucking dickheads. Like they're publishing
they also do that where there's like for every 2 Superman books there's 17 Batman ones.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like Batman has like there's a whole Batman universe. You might as well exist in a separate universe. And you know who else I used to say that about? The fucking X-Men. They might as well live in a whole separate universe. They don't got no business being part of Marvel, bro. They got they have their own lore, their own everything. They might as well live in another dimension. But yeah. But anyways, I guess we talk.
Batman currently outsold Superman.
I'm telling you,
Spider-Man outsold
is the most sold in the fucking world. Like Spider-Man is Spider-Man's up there. Yeah,
you're wrong.
No, we're talking in terms of American comic books. Yeah, he outsells
American one. I can tell you who's number one, baby.
Nobody give a fuck about no anime.
I can tell you who's number one.
I don't care, but only weird niggas is out there reading that shit, bro. Only weird niggas read that shit, bro.
What's the most sold comic book over?
It's probably One Piece.
I think it's number 2 right now.
Or Boruto, Demon Slayer. Not anymore.
Ray got that face on, like he not about to be pleased with what he finds.
X-Men number 1 is the most. X-Men number 1 sold the most copies, 82 million copies.
Oh wow.
Where is it?
But
According to the most recent published data, the best-selling American single-issue comic was X-Men
I was
number 1.
They're gonna give you American information. Just look the best comic.
For actually, look, I'm looking at it now. For Superman, he actually hit 60 million sales from 1938 to present. 60 million. Batman is number 2 at 484 million. So Superman is outselling Batman.
484 million. No, but they had to track that across from 1938.
That's what I'm saying, like from 1938 to now versus 1939 to now, Superman is outselling Batman. And Spider-Man's number 3 from 1963 to present. But for for Spider-Man to be number 3 coming in almost 30 years after, that's pretty spicy.
Yeah, but the thing is, one, you don't know how accurate that fucking information is because we don't know how the current Batman, if
you wanted to talk about current Batman, he's definitely outselling Superman by leaps and bounds. I believe that 100%. I'm not sitting here.
Like what is
right?
As I'm saying,
I understand that.
When was that article published? So
this is Wikipedia.
Oh, okay, forget it.
This is Wikipedia.
That shit might have been put on there in 2006. Like you have no idea when they added that stat. That shit could be completely lopsided now. Spider-Man could probably be number 1. I think he might be. I think he definitely is number 1.
I can't see when the last time this wiki was edited.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, anyways, any final thoughts, guys? Any final thoughts? Anything we talked about?
No much.
I agree. What was his name? Earthquake. I agree with Earthquake. You should definitely find the right woman. I'm not even saying on some you gotta find your soulmate shit. I mean, bro, generally try to have a conversation with the person you're dating, see if your goals align, figure out if that's just gonna actually work out. Don't just be like it'll work out in the end. Don't it'll work. You gotta work for that. You gotta put in effort for that shit. You can't just close your eyes and be like, "It's gonna work out, bro. We love each other." That's stupid. That's dumb.
Yeah,
Like,
don't do
love is
that.
effort.
Be vulnerable and then wait
Come
for
on,
her
man.
to
Figure that shit
just
out. And like, look, if y'all aren't aligned, even if y'all do have that love for each other, y'all might have to separate. Y'all might have to sever ties. Y'all might have to sever ties because it'll be really goofy if you trying to live in fucking if she wants to move to Nam and you trying to live in France and like these are hard hitting things like you non-negotiables, bro. Like it's not gonna work out, you know. And those are just extreme examples, right? Like it's not like I'm saying, you know, I'm just like figure out your goals. The Batman, the show, The Batman. Honestly, one of my favorite series. I enjoyed a lot. Batman: The Brave and Bold, also one of my favorite series. I also predicted that you were gonna say Batman: The Brave and the Bold, so I picked something else.
Oh, so this nigga did some light Yagami shit, bro.
So I picked something else. I didn't think you were gonna pick the Batman, and I felt it deserved its time in the light because I don't think a lot of people respect it for what it was. That's really it.
But yeah, like you said, man, talk to your fucking partner. I think don't even waste. Okay, I was gonna say if you have certain goals, let that shit happen. Let that shit come to you. Just wait, just chill out. You don't gotta be on the chase, always trying to find the next partner, trying to find. You don't gotta be love addicted. Wait for that shit to happen naturally. If you have goals, if you're just a normal person, yeah, go for it. Whatever, go knock yourself out. But anyways, the best Batman show, of course, is Batman: The Brave and the Bold. Best Batman movie, Batman: The Mask of Phantasm, and the blue pill beta belief is that Dick Grayson is the best Robin. But the red pill, Chad believes that no, virgin cuck Robin.
Yo, relax yourself. My boy Dick Grayson already gets shit on in the fucking Teen Titans Go series. Leave my boy alone, bro. Leave him alone. Fuck you.
Alpha Chad Robin is Tim Drake, bro.
Leave my boy alone.
All right. Any final thoughts on your end, DJ?
I'll say this. I'll say, it is important to piggyback off of what you were saying about chasing your goals. Let the relationship stuff come to you. But if it doesn't work out or, it wasn't successful, take it as a learning experience. Try to look at it as objectively as you can, even if she done some things that were wrong, look at areas that you could improve upon, not just for a relationship purpose, but just to be more tolerable or, able to be around, like, have other people want to be around you. Don't let, because they weren't with you and, don't let it get to your head or inflate your ego where you start thinking like, well, you're this prized. I mean, you should have value in yourself or see yourself as valuable, but we pretty much what I'm saying is like, because you're not with that person, that doesn't make you better than them, or they need something to do, they need some work to do. Don't look at it from an egotistical standpoint. Just accept that this is where you're at in life and that's where they're at. And not saying you forgive them or wish them the best, or I mean, if that's not who you are, but just don't hold no grudge. Don't be in your feelings too much about it. People come and go out of your life, and that's how it is.
The Chad thing to do is to wish them the best. When you wish them the best, that's some Chad
Kill
shit.
them with kindness.
Yeah,
that's
what
that's what I replied, by the way. When they were like, "I'm moving on with other candidates," I was like, "Good luck."
Yeah.
I was like, "Good luck."
I did not replied. Nah, that was you being petty. You weren't killing with kindness. You just being petty.
Nah, bro, I saw it. I didn't even think about it. I was like, "Good luck." I deleted it. I said, "Good luck," deleted it. I didn't even think about it.
Wait,
also, you know who agrees with you? Game Rant. Game Rant agrees that Tim Drake's the best Robin. So, nah, bro, that's Game Rant. That's Game Rant. You taking that? You taking that? That's a dub for you.
I don't read those motherfuckers.
That's a dub for you. He taking that.
That's an L, everyone knows it to be true,
bro.
Everyone knows it to be true.
You want to know why they didn't put Dick as number one? They're like, he's too cool as Nightwing.
That's what I told you. Everyone knows him as Nightwing. He's not.
No, he
Not-
was like he distanced himself so much from Robin that we're not putting him number one.
That's exactly what I was saying. He's not Robin. He's Nightwing.
He's Robin.
Nightwing.
He's Robin right
Nightwing
here,
cooler
bro.
than Robin. Though.
He's
Nightwing
right
cooler
here.
than Robin.
Yeah,
I was Robin like 3 years in a row for Halloween, bro.
If you want to say Nightwing is cooler than Robin, sure. But the thing is, Tim Drake is such a good Robin that he's on par with actual adult superheroes.
Tim Drake is such a Robin that he don't even got a new identity. He's just Red Robin.
Yeah, Tim Drake. No, I think he might be Robin again. He might just.
And you're not talking about the fast food
joint.
joint.
I think Damien is Robin right now.
Hey, Tim Drake is up there, bro. Motherfucker, Batman had to admit this nigga is probably gonna surpass me. That's what he said.
Batman says that about every other person.
He says that about he's Tim, man.
Batman says that every week, bro. That's how he gets. That's how he gets you. He's like, one day you could be better than me, kid. Come on, let's go fight.
Tim was on his level as a fucking teenager. Tim was like as smart as he was. Tim was out here making clones, bro. Tim was making clones of people. That's his shit.
That violates the Geneva Convention, bro.
This motherfucker was
I think that actually violates the Geneva Convention.
Nah, but Damien was doing a lot worse bullshit,
bro. Damien, when he first started, I'm glad they toned him down because he was trash.
Worse Robin, definitely worse Robin. People try to say Stephanie Brown was the worst, but no, it was Damien at first. Anyway, he's a lot more tolerable now, like you said.
R.I.P. my boy John, because they grew him up and now he has no place in the series.
R.I.P. my boy Kevin Conroy, actually. R.I.P. man.
Kevin Conroy.
Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy.
Rest in peace,
I hope
shaped a lot of childhoods, man.
I hope everything's good up there on that side.
Oh, Arkham. The Arkham games are great.
Amazing too. Amazing.
Arkham Knight was bad though. So.
Why didn't we talk about that? Fuck.
I mean, we did because Arkham Knight's so bad, bro. Gotham Knights also bad.
Arkham
Gotham
City
though. Oh my, Arkham City
games initially.
Oh my God, Arkham City, bro.
Games. One of the best Batman.
Arkham. That's what I should have asked. Damn, we was about to close it off here, but I should have asked that. Like, what did you think was a better game between Asylum and Arkham City? Because those two are up there, man.
City's
like
just
they neck and neck.
But better, bro. It's just.
I mean, it did come out. It did come out after, so it got to.
Like, it's just Asylum, but like you take Asylum and you put it next to another one, and then you put it next to another. It's just so it's much more expansive. It's literally the same game but bigger.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm putting it up there.
Yeah.
Like I would not fault anyone for saying Asylum is better, but personally I like City better. Knight. If anyone thinks Arkham Knight's the oh my God, we gonna have to scrap.
Arkham Knight. I wouldn't go that far. I don't think it was a bad game because it doesn't hold the same weight as the.
Put it as number one.
No.
You don't have to scrap it. You
I'm saying though, you completely writing that game off though. Like it wasn't interesting that time.
So
like
would it be Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight.
Like Arkham Knight, yeah. Arkham Knight is the worst one, but I don't think by itself it's a bad game. I just don't think it was supposed to. It's the third one. I mean, not the third one, more like the fourth one, if you count Origins.
No, we're not Origins.
But you know, it was supposed to follow. Yeah, Origins. I think it was developed by a different studio, so it's only like.
What do you think about those Telltale Batman games?
I never played the Batman versions, but the other Telltale games that were made, like the Borderlands one I recently beat, amazing. For those who haven't played that one, and then Wolf Among Us, amazing.
Oh yeah, you know that's funny. That game, Wolf Among Us, is based on a comic I used to read, Fables. I used to love that comic.
Game, you'll love that game. Then that game's amazing.
Yeah,
that's probably the best one.
I thought about getting it because I love Big Wolf.
Wolf Among Us is pretty good. The Batman Telltale games, I don't think they're that great because when I was playing it, like they tried to have these action sequences and like, you know, it's a quick time event, you press it or you don't, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Like I literally tested it, I was like, I'm not gonna press the button. And then it still happened anyway. And I was like, oh, it's like it wasn't a game. I might as well have just booted it up on my computer and just watch someone play it, you know? Like it was that's why I didn't even finish it, bro. I stopped playing it.
Yeah, that being said, catch you same bad place, same bad time. You see that? That's a Batman reference right there. You see that? Same bad place, Same bad time. Vanguard out.